Hello, Twitch. How goes it this fine evening? Gonna start off with coffee as usual. I'm doing a little bit of a more summery dinner tonight. Gonna be doing a pesto. Gonna be doing some grilled chicken. Gonna marinate some chicken and let that use my grill pan for that. I'm gonna make some gnocchi tonight. So we're gonna be cooking some potatoes. What else we got going tonight? Oh yeah, pie. But Jason bought the wrong nuts. So we're doing walnut pie tonight instead of pecan pie. Which, I don't know, neither one of them really hugely excite me as far as nuts anyways. It's sort of like an excuse to make the custard that the pie really is. We got heat on back here still. No, we still got a dirty stovetop though. We'll just hide that for now. But I'm gonna add some, make it even more summery. I'm not gonna do a straight spinach pesto. I'm gonna do pea sprout and spinach pesto. Or I guess I'm doing pea shoot pesto because I bought spinach. Spinach is not for pesto. Wow, that's a major screw up right there. We're gonna have to be doing spinach salad now. Ugh. At least I still got enough for pesto tonight. Favorite? I don't know if I really. I'm just not a huge fan of nuts. Apparently, I'm mildly allergic to peanuts. I used to really like peanuts. Cashews aren't bad. Macadamias are awesome, but they're too expensive. What else is there? Trying to think. Almonds I'm not really a big fan of. Mostly because, well, it takes more water to make an almond than it does beef, and almonds are ruining my state's water. But let's see, what else is there in the nut world that I'm not thinking about? Pistachios are cool. They're a little too much work, but they're good. How about y'all? What's your all favorite nut or legume? I'll expand the question. These are warm because I just heated them up to dry them out. They're coming for me. I don't know if that came across on audio or not. Actually, I think that was an ambulance anyways, but... Get a little cleanup on the counter here. Is that drains? Oh, that would be a bummer. if I went and locked my oven into cleaning mode. Ugh. You know, I've never done a comparison, so I don't really... I mean, I know Marconos are pricey too. Probably for much the same reason. Don't really know for sure. I know that they're pricey. I don't remember why they're pricey. Cheers, folks. First cheers of the evening, before we get to that one. What can we get started with here? We need to make some dough. Which means I need to look up that recipe. I just threw a bunch of recipes at this computer and I didn't open any of them up. I love that I can pass the stuff between browsers these days. I use it like endlessly, but at the same time with Windows, when they pop up as a notification, it's so annoying. You have to open them. If you send over, like, I just sent over 4 recipes over here, and I had to sit there and click and open each and every single one of them. Okay, got that. We've got that. We got that. And we've got the recipe that I needed. Okay. Let's use up our flour. Bug. Having the worst trouble with fruit flies the last couple of weeks here. I think I finally got them down, but still a few left stragglers. Cheers again. Welcome in. Hope you're all having a lovely Friday. My cup measure. Here's my cup measure. Got a bit better sleep. Well, can't say I didn't got good sleep last night. Last night I was all over the place. But Wednesday night, got a good night's sleep. So that was good. So we're back to operating. That is the last of my 40-pound bag of flour. Well, most recent bag of 40-pound bag of flour. Oof. Save that for later. Okay, again, like last time. Except this time, hopefully, we come together a little bit better. I'm going to work the dough a little bit more, maybe get a little bit more gluten out of it. Need a little salt in there. We need a little sugar in there. Highly precise measurements here. I know, it's funny a couple of times and it gets a little old. But it's true, you can just sort of eyeball a lot of these smaller ingredients. I mean, especially when it comes to the salt and sugar in this. Butter and sugar. Happy Friday! Welcome in, Burnt Buckskin. Just a quick chop up of the butter, just to get into smaller, easier pieces. How is your Friday going? Mine has been magnificent. Lovely. Just peachy. In summer. Yeah, I've tried to undertake that a couple of times, and it just never gets there because too many conversions, too much this, that, the other thing. Even after I've I've got some pretty complex recipe spreadsheets that'll do some pretty heavy converting, and even then, it's impressive. So I'm just going to keep cutting this butter into the flour until it looks like we've got essentially sand. But yeah, good on you. I don't know if I've ever really made it that far. I usually get to setting up that beautiful template for doing the recipes. I'll do a couple of them, and then it dies. But I've never been, as I've said before on stream, I am not the hugest fan of recipes, if only because there's no ownership of recipes. They're not yours. They're not, I mean, what you've just created is yours, not the recipe. And that goes legally too, because they're legally not copyrightable. They're a set of they're a list of things to do according to law. They're a list of instructions or something along that line. I forget the proper definition by the government. Well, it's chocolate pecan day, but someone went and bought walnuts instead of pecans. And so I'm doing chocolate walnut pie tonight. Same otherwise, just same filling, just swapping out the walnuts for, or the pecans for walnuts. Made a few mistakes shopping tonight. That's a bummer. Okay, so now we got this to the point where it's all thoroughly all mixed in. Do our battle here real quick. Can I get everyone? I think I got everyone there. Oh, I might have missed that guy behind me. Oopsies. Tried to get everyone with the haste. No. Oh. No. Ooh. Looks like I have some quests to redeem here. I do. Wow, 15 scrolls? That's gonna give me some major upgrades to my archer. On to the next. Well, not on to the next. We gotta redo this one. Why don't we start in this bottom corner? Go after these, and then the ones up there. We'll do something like that. Something like that. There we go. See how we do here in 30 minutes. I'm back to sweating again. I've got a fan blowing directly at me today. Wasn't even that hot. I think it was only like 75 today. And I'm still dripping. Let's have some hot coffee. Not really muggy here. We don't really get muggy too much. Half cup of ice water. Well, we're gonna start off with coffee tonight and probably finish with bourbon. We'll see if we need all this water or not. I suspect we won't. Okay, I'm going to allow that to rest for about 20 minutes and cool down a bit more in the fridge. We don't want that water getting too hot. I've been working that for a while. It's been sitting out here in the heat. Small little bit, so let's chill that back down. I only have room in my refrigerator. We're using those shortly. And cheek one. Marinate our chicken now. Now we got our dough set up. We're gonna need, let's put you over here. This one ain't gonna go well. I already took the rind off of that one. We'll see what we get as far as juice out of that. You take the zest off the lemon, you put it back in the fridge. It sort of crusts up, sort of like it's got a scab on it or something, and it actually gets pretty hard and brittle. But obviously, still some juice in there. pretty common sight in walk-in and restaurants. Typically, if you have a bar in the restaurant, typically you've got some cases of fruit, and typically there's a couple of them that are just zested out and just thrown back into the case. Seasoning time. We need some garlic and onion powder. Oh, what happened to my garlic powder? My garlic powder got moisture in it. Oh, it loosened up. Yep. Well, majority of my life. Do a little cayenne. The usual suspects as far as this. A little dried ginger as well. A little powdered mustard. Bad advice on microwaving a Thanksgiving turkey. Well, my immediate thought is most microwaves probably can't even handle a turkey in size. Mine might. But, I think you can actually speed up the process of frying a turkey if you microwave it ahead of time there, Penguin. Maybe you should give that a try. Okay. That was soy sauce. Little fish sauce, little Worcestershire. Got to get all those MSGs. Completely inappropriate term for that, but I went with it. And olive oil. I probably mispronunciate. I think of it as Worcester, as in the location in the UK. Worcestershire. That's how I try to pronounce it, but it isn't how I pronounce it when I'm not thinking about it. Yeah. Not the biggest Guy Fieri fan. Guy Fieri is from Sonoma, you know? He's the local star as far as the chef world. Well, one of two of them. Let's throw this back here. Gotta start making garlic fries. However, probably my most favorite article of all time in the New York Times was the review of his now defunct restaurant in Times Square, which I forget how many. It's like 100 questions long. Like the entire review is nothing but questions. It is not. They were not kind. So we'll let that hang out, and this is going to get grilled a little bit later on the stream. So we'll set that right there. We don't care if that comes up to room temp. These pea shoots are looking at me, so I'm gonna make this pesto and get it done and get it out of the way. If this thing wants to open. Wow, is that sealed? Okay, so that little MSG. Black pepper. Probably need a bit more oil later. We'll start with that. Let's get rid of what basil I have left over here, if any of it's usable. I think we're gonna have to chop these into the sink because we got some ugliness going on here. This is the same bunch of basil that I've had in the window here for almost a month now. But as you can see, it's sprouted all sorts of roots in the water. Well, I've had it here. So we're just taking the tops. So we'll still have a little basil in there. It just won't be proper pesto amounts of basil. That's bottoms, that's bottoms, that's bottoms. Actually, I don't care. I'm blending it all up. We just don't want the major stems. We don't really want the flowers in there. We don't really want the flowers are okay in flavor wise, but you don't want a ton of them in there. And these are all flowering because they've been just trying to procreate since they've been struggling in a glass jar. My window. Ooh. I just ruined that. That was looking nice before I went and squished it. That one's looking happy. We're definitely going to need some more oil with this. And then garlic. So we got some garlic in there too. And then it isn't pesto without pine nuts. Give this a mute and give this a spin on the blender. So there's our pesto. Little thick still. But we're putting that with pasta. It'll be fine. So we'll set that over here for now. Stop and have a sip of our coffee. Remind everyone we got 4 minutes left on Stream Readers until our next battle. Get your units on the field. Quick rinse up on our marinade bowl here. So I'm sort of torn on what to do next here. I'm thinking I want to get that pie filling all finished and together. Still want to give that dough a little bit longer to rest though. We're going to at least need that. Wow, we're not even getting up to what I thought I needed. We'll just have to live with that. That's still quite a bit of potato to be making gnocchi with. That's what the recipe calls for, and the recipe is not ridiculously huge. This is my only second time making gnocchi, I think. It was a lot of fun the first time. And it's a pretty straightforward process. Just boil potatoes, skin, mix with flour and other good stuff. Cover with sauce. Yeah, this pot's too small for this project too. We need a real pot here. So the news I read just before I hit start stream today was that apparently Mario Andretti, obviously owner of Andretti Motorsports, is considering the idea of getting an F1 team. I don't think he's the only one doing that. Now that we have a renewed American interest in Formula One and a potential Indy Formula One race and a confirmed 2022 Grand Prix in Miami. It should be a good time. But I think there's going to be a whole bunch of them. I think we're going to see Williams turn into some other. And I wouldn't be surprised if Haas gets picked up here too. McLaren also talked about picking up a title sponsor too. Though rumors with, I think it's with McLaren, one of the teams, I want to say it's McLaren, of working with VW. There's talks that they want to get into the Formula One game in some form. Turn the chicken over, make sure it's getting full coating. Let's do our battle. Doing a little better this time. We're still split. Looks like we got it. Panda's Corner coming to help us out and get those kills and assists. Crabtrap walking away with the scroll though. Let's go with Warrior again. And we'll start down here in this corner. Just go that way. Okay, potatoes are cooking. Chicken is marinating. Pesto is done. Need to make our filling. Oh, wait. Where's that recipe? Did I not pull that one up? I'll be right back, folks. Flour, brown sugar, and salt. Wondering which way I want to go about this. Do I want to roll out my pie dough first and get that back in the fridge? Hey, Tahiti lady. Welcome in. How are you doing? Let's get going with the eggs first. I didn't even look how many eggs we need. Typically there's quite a few eggs in this recipe, these recipes. Let's see. 2 eggs. Okay, let's take a look at this recipe again and see if this is really a recipe I want to follow. It is Friday. Are you enjoying your Friday? It sounds like it hasn't been enjoyable up until now. I think you need to stop and decompress and relax and take that annoying clothing off that's irritating you from earlier on today. So eggs. We only got 2 eggs in this though. Okay, let's go with that. I've had a rather enjoyable but uneventful Friday myself. It's just dry ingredients and mix the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. This is just so Okay, I'm doing it in reverse. I'm not following the recipe. Sorry, recipe, I'm not following you. Nice, crab trap. I think last time I did them, they turned out a little too dewy, as I remember. I love the way they come out in restaurants, so here's hoping we can do a bit better job of that tonight. Add a little bit of vanilla. Add a little bit of bourbon. The little bit of bourbon was easily 4 times as much as the vanilla, but oh well. Sugar. Got a new bag of brown sugar. And oh, I'm supposed to melt some butter for this too. I've read this like 3 times now. I still have skipped over the melted butter. Here, chat, catch. What do you mean you have no brain? Somehow you typed that. Little airtight container with a piece of ceramic in it that I can moisten if I want to keep the brown sugar moist. Melt. Start a 20-minute timer here on the potatoes. We're starting to bubble. We don't want this super hot, so we'll use the last of that heat to melt that last little bit of this. And vice versa, cool down the hot. I have a feeling we're going to need this later on, so let's get one of those big spats out for this. And since this is still warm, I'm going to slowly pour it in there with the eggs. Just so we don't get any curdling, or we stir it quick enough so the curdling isn't really noticeable. And most of the times when you're tempering eggs, you're still cooking them. You're still making scrambled eggs. You're just trying to make the scrambled eggs fine enough that you can't tell if they're scrambled eggs. I don't know if I want to use this flour for this. I think I want to use this flour for this. Close enough. Hey, Moss. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. Don't want to work that too much. Next we gotta get at our walnuts and our chocolate. Tell me about your marinade. Marinade, we have 2 leftover lemons juiced with some, oh, let's see, what all did I throw in there? There's some balsamic, there's a splash of fish sauce and Worcester sauce, soy sauce, olive oil, couple different seasonings, just yumminess in a bag. So a little bit lighter than I might go other days as far as flavors and in there, especially with the lemon, but still good anyways. Add our walnuts in there. See if we can't pick out like 1 or 2 nice ones here. There we go. There we have garnished walnuts if need be. Hey, Lexi. Welcome in. And I think that's looking pretty good for a pie. Even if I bought walnuts instead of pecans. What did I do with that spatula that I was going to keep nice for this? Put it over here. That's looking yummy. Let's get our oven going. Well, actually, let's get our pie dough done first. And then we'll kick the oven on. Because we can wait around a minute for the oven to warm up. This is unfortunately another one of those wait until it cools completely. Pies, wait an hour or two till after the stream's done, sort of a thing. As always, there's going to be photos like there was of my lovely, like I do every week. We've got our Discord channel here where we had the venison picks from Wednesday, our cookies, and the lemon meringue I made last Sunday with the short ribs. Good stuff there. So the photos of the finished pie will be there. We'll probably be able to show you the finished pie as it's cooling down, though. And we've got the dinner vote going for next Wednesday. Picture just won't show up for this one for some reason. But banana peppers versus Dr. Pepper. The battle of the peppers. Which kind of pepper am I going to have to use to make dessert on Wednesday? Feel free to make your votes and voice heard. Back over here to the board. And time to start rolling. I need to wipe this counter down a little bit, though. Well, that's one of those experience things. After you've broken into enough things too early and realize that they're not nearly as good that way, you sort of start to learn to do it. It's a pain in the butt, but you gotta live with it, sort of a thing. So this is another 2 rounds of dough here. So I'm just gonna sort of like unceremoniously half that. We're going to fold in some layers here. Get a little firmer of a dough after how that last pie dough worked for me. I think I want to work this dough a little bit more than I did last time. You don't want to work your pie dough much, but some is apparently necessary. Much better with this pie dough than that last pie. Nice, Lexi. Good on the guess. Oh! Also in news, now we got a couple more people in here. Giveaway on Sunday. Gonna be doing $25 gift card. I haven't figured out how much tickets will be, but they'll be based off of sprinkles. We passed 750 followers here. We're now past 750. That was end of last stream. So awesome with Kitchen Confidence. He sat there and rallied his chat and got me 10 follows. And I got a couple more later on since then. But that was great fun. So thank you to him for that. I didn't even ask him to do it. It was just trying to help out the food and drink crowd. Which he's great about that. And for anyone new in that's unfamiliar with sprinkles, there's a text description of it down in the About section. But the gist of it is essentially they are awarded for viewership. There's certain things in the chat will get to them beyond just viewing, but the major thing is just hanging out in chat and viewing. And oh, no worries. Keep at it. And so, you know, the more time you've viewed the stream, the more chance you have to buy more tickets. I haven't set prices because I want to make it approachable for anyone that's spent any decent amount of time in here, but also make it so that those who have spent more time in here have a little bit of an advantage. Okay, pie crust going into the freezer. Got another 3 minutes or so on our potatoes. I'm going to cheat and check them now. A little bit longer. I never found that knife test. Oh, sorry, you didn't really see me sit. I knife tested all the potatoes, but I've never been a huge fan of that whole knife test thing with cooking potatoes. It's never been a huge. It's never been a very accurate guide to me. Because half of the time they'll just slide off your knife anyways. For a moment there, I thought you were jealous. Lexi killing it on the scramble tonight. But anyways, on Sunday I will have the. I was starting to announce the giveaway. Giveaway going to be at 6 on Sunday, giving people a little time to get into the chat room or into the stream. Oh wow! Hope you're okay. That's a bummer. Take this other pie dough crust and wrap that up. There. Blacked out plastic wrap box. I always treat my plastic wrap boxes like they're headed to war. I've got about half a roll of duct tape on this thing. Good to hear, Lexi. Let's see. I dried this off. Lexi. Thank you for gifting that sub, Lexi. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, next project. I think we're getting to potatoes here. Cancel our timer. We're gonna pour the water off of these and return them to the pan. Let them air dry for a minute or two. Thank you, Lexi. Again. Much appreciated. Still got the flame on over here. Just giving these a quick couple of turns. Turn the heat off. Let them hang out. And we're going to need... Thank you, Lexi. Gonna need a big bowl. in some more flour. Oh, am I forgetting the battle? I am forgetting the battle. Let's do our battle. Thank you for the reminder. Something about this game wants me to split my armies all the time. Easy win. That one was easy. Victory. Hey, I got all the kills. Congrats, Entropy, on the assists. Who's going to get the 250 gold pickups? That's a big one there. Those are big ones. Entropy and Tahiti Lady walking away with the 50 gold each. 2 scrolls going to the crab trap. Ooh, goodies for me, too. Loyalty skin chest. Oh, let's see here. Oh, Berserker's back. I think that's going there. I'll let you guys put them whatever you want. See you guys in 30 minutes. I'm gonna make some gnocchi. Where's my 00 flour? There you are, of course. It's the last bag I grabbed. I'm going to start off with a cup of flour in here. And actually we do a little bit more. Cup and a quarter of flour. Double O, which is typically the super fine grind they use for pizzas or pastas along that line. We still need this out though, because I need it dust. And set this aside. We need our taters. Now is when I wish I had some plastic gloves at home. But let's see if I can do this with a paper towel. Usually, that's not going to work very well. Guess we're just going to have to cut them and try and skin them that way. The roughness of the paper towel often works a bit better for actually grabbing the skin if you can pull it off, which I was fearing I wasn't going to be able to do, even though these are pretty well cooked through. As you can see from the steam, they're not exactly cold. We had any of these fire off in chat tonight? Dad jokes are just an exclamation mark dad joke away. Starting to get handleable in temperature here now. Okay, next part of this project. Because I need somewhere to put these. We're going to try and rice these. I have not had great luck with this food mill, but we're going to give it a shot. Actually, Yukons would have been better for this. A little bit waxier potato. I had Idaho's around, so that's what I'm using. But it's really a matter of how much starch you want in the potato. Some things do better with more starch. Some things it doesn't really matter. Some things do better with less starch. Okay, so we've got the food mill mixed up, set up. Put that over there. Start throwing a couple of these over here. I don't want to overload it to even start, but let's get the skins off. I don't have the memory for that. I will tell you that Idaho's are on the starchier side. And making your red potatoes, your Yukon Golds, your yellow potatoes, being on the waxier side. But when it gets down to red versus Yukon or any other varieties, you're just going to have to look it up. It's what I do. Or just not care, like I did tonight. I knew Yukons were going to be better. I wouldn't agree with that. It depends on what you're using them for. There are definitely times I like russets better than Yukons. Things like fries and the such. Yukons are generally better when it comes to mashed potatoes, and if only flavor-wise, I think they have a better flavor for that. So I think they're a little bit more buttery. But then you get into even more complicated ones, like I've been using here on stream in the past, butterballs, which are a local grown potato. And it's sort of like, well, okay, where do these fall on the starch scale? It's a little bit of an investigation either way. So convenient going to grocery stores and them just telling you what everything is, and instead of having to cook with it to figure out that, oh yeah, that doesn't work very well for French fries. Welcome, T. Gomez. Okay. So we got our potatoes peeled. Let's start. Food milling. This is not a very pleasant noise. Are we getting anything out of this? We're getting a little bit out of this. Okay. And so I think what this is screaming, so we want a little prep instead of throwing in whole potatoes. Sort of tempted to go up to larger size. This isn't pushing through very well. Let's try larger size. Yes, from scratch. We're working on mashing our taters right now. Or rather, trying to food process our food mill our potatoes. But my food mill is a little janky and doesn't want to really cooperate. So I'm going to try and do a little bit larger hole size here and see if that works a little bit better. Almost tempted to go with the largest size, actually. Let's go with the large size and see what that gets us. I mean, worst case scenario, we go back through it with the smaller. I don't know, maybe it's me. It just seems like this blade is just not very tall for this size instrument. Oh, we're cutting these down too. It will. This ensures a little bit more uniform product. I probably should have just broke out the masher myself. And we're starting to push product through here, so we're getting somewhere. It's taking a while, and it's being a bit noisy, but we're getting somewhere. Don't want that pie dough completely frozen. Let's take a look at that, see how far along that is, how that's looking. Oh yeah, So that's good and happy. Nice, Burnt. Any standouts that you'd like to share? I mean, I have a space in the Discord for that too, but what's your favorite of the ones that you saved tonight? Ratio for the gnocchi. 2¼ pounds of potatoes with the skins on, Idaho's, and 1 2/3 to 2 cups flour. The rest is just salt and any sort of seasoning you want to add. White chocolate raspberry cheesecake. That sounds like a good time. So you see, we're getting somewhere. It has been quite a while since I've done cheesecake here on stream. And I don't think I've done a cheesecake of that style. Well, I've done a couple of cheesecakes on stream, but I've done a Basque style cheesecake twice now, I think, on stream. I've done a cheesecake with a crust made from KFC. That was fun. I've made a whole bunch of no-bake cheesecakes, but that more traditional cheesecake, I haven't done one of those in quite a while. Okay, we passed everything through the rough filter here. I think I'm going to live with that because the rest I can just do with my hands. So there is our gnocchi dough. Yeah, it was more work than it should have been. As someone mentioned, you can use a potato masher or food mills are just sort of janky. They just don't. They never really work right. They're, at least this is my experience using many different varieties of them. They never work. They all get. This one's a brand new one that I bought for myself. But even without that, they get bent, they get all worked out of shape. They never do their intended purpose, really. You're probably better off just using a masher and a screen. But this is like the old school proper way to make sure that you got everything to the same size and same toothness, same consistency. Where are we here? We're going to need to add salt. salt. And turning our oven on for our pie. What is our pie cooking temp? I am going to bet 350. 350! Let that sit for a moment. We'll come back to our pie here. Get our pie ready to go in the oven. Am I going to bake this? Am I going to blind bake this, or... Nope, doesn't say I need to. I think I'm probably okay without it too. So we have our pie crust that I whipped up a bit earlier. All butter. And we have our pie filling that I also whipped up earlier. Our chocolate walnut pie filling. We'll give this another turn or two. Just make sure everything's still sort of coated. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be deliciousness. It ought to be. It's all brown sugar, egg, and chocolate and walnuts. Throw that back on the... I sort of want to leave this over here where it's a little bit cooler. We'll just swap it with the gnocchi. Go back to kneading gnocchi while the oven warms up. One of the great things about a food mill that you won't get with other things, like if you're doing tomato sauces, food mills are where it's at for tomato sauces. Because they're great for getting everything out, but it's separating out the seeds and the skin while making sure it's all a consistent puree. That's really where they shine. But like I said, I haven't had good experiences with them anyways, but so I'm just kneading this until it all combines. Probably going to need a little bit more flour than this. The more you work it, the more you sort of work the moisture out of the potatoes, so the more it seems you need flour when it comes to these. Battle. more flour. But let's do our bottle. That could be dangerous. I just set up a new button before the stream tonight and might want to rethink that one. Alright, let's see how we do with our battle. I set up a button before stream here, sort of a anti-bad raid button, even though I haven't really gotten any. Will work if I get any follow bots too, to just sort of set things so life isn't as easy for them. Victory. I'm doing all the killing again. What is this? Blue chest, though. Who's gonna get a skin? Who's gonna get a skin? 200 gold. That's a nice pickup, too. Ooh, I get a tiny cherry bomber. Ash getting the 200 gold. Congrats. We'll continue on. Where we got to put things on this map? Is it all below the... Oh, it's in here. Okay. Start with the warrior right here, I guess. See if we can't get any help from the rock. Destroying that rock right next to my warrior there either gives us a couple enemies or a couple of friends to help us in our fight. And so that'll get that over with and either hurting or helping us right off the bat. There's another one up here too. But yeah. See how we do in 30 minutes. Still not up to temp with our... Wow, I am just creating all sorts of dishes tonight. Nice 8. Pie going in the oven on a pan with sheet with parchment. Just catch anything that's dripping. Guess I should turn the fan on over here, maybe. So one last look before I put the pie in the oven. No, you should be able to freeze gnocchi. You want to keep it tightly packed so you don't want to get any, like... That's sort of the problem with it, but you can certainly freeze gnocchi. Probably better to freeze it as a whole dough before you finish rolling it out, I would think. Before you finish portioning it like I am here. Though that shouldn't be a huge problem. But mostly you're worried about... If you're not doing it for a long time, it doesn't really matter. But if you're doing it for a long time, you got to worry about frostbite when it comes to this. And so you're going to want it either like vacuum packed or as a large hunk or something. Going a little larger because these are a little smaller in thickness. I'm a little bit thicker back here. Okay, where am I putting the gnocchi after? Time for a new toy. See how this works. Gotta get our rippling in our gnocchi. Gotta hold on to that sauce we made. Because I forget the word pesto. I don't know how to feel about these. I think these are better, as in they weren't as worked as much as the last time I tried doing this. I know I did them with a fork last time, so probably had a little bit better indentation. I don't know. Because this is an alternative to having a fancy block of wood, is just rolling them off of a fork. Last time I think, well, actually, last time I don't think I used a fork. Last time I think I went for the pillowy type gnocchi. Now that I remember about it, I did like little indentations in them, little cutesy little pillow-like shape. I don't know how much that shows up on camera, how well these are rolling. Let's see if I can hold it. Do it at the same time. There we go. You get a little bit of a view of what's going on there. I made these a bit large, I think, too. I did not set a timer for my pie. So we'll set that for the lower end, which is 40 minutes. 40 to 50 minutes baking the pie. And I need to get some water going. Go back to rolling gnocchi while we get some water going for our gnocchi. But yeah, if you got a vacuum packer, you could probably throw these in there. I'd be careful about it because, I mean, you don't want to squish them, and they're like mashed potatoes right now. It's essentially mashed potatoes with some flour in here right now. A little salt. Not long, just a couple minutes. 2 to 3. I mean, you already got the potatoes already cooked. You're mostly worrying about the flour that's in this combo. We can also create some pastas using this too, so this isn't the only thing that I bought this for. Can do some garganelli if I can figure out how to do that. I believe it's just small squares that are rolled on a stick over the ridges of this. Alright. So you got that. Got water boiling. Got our gnocchi basically made. Got another 6 or so to go here. Starting to stick to the wheel a bit too much. Not getting as much definition out of them. That's a little bit more like a normal gnocchi size compared to these monsters. So there is our gnocchi. And I'm debating now if I really want to pull out the grill pan for the chicken or if I just want to pan sear 'em. I think I sort of want to just pan sear 'em. I don't know. Let's sit and debate this. What do you folks think? Should I be bothering to get out the grill pan, or when I know that I can get a perfect cook on them in a cast iron pan? Oh, this is all dirty too. Oh wow, I'm gonna hate myself later on when I have to clean all this. Yeah, I'm doing a pan. Go along with our marinated chicken breasts. We got 10 minutes here. I think I'm going to take a 10-minute break while we let that water heat up. And nice, I ate fries. I agree. I'm going to do it that way either way. I'm going to take a 10-minute AFK here, do a little cleanup, and we'll let our pie cook, wait on our water to warm up. We'll come back and we'll have a Stream Raiders battle to do here. So I'll see you guys in about 9 minutes or so. Oh, what happened to my command? Don't have my command anymore. Gotta do this manually.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none-such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none-such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for Movie Week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
3, 2, 1, blast off. She's up. Come in ideal countdown control. Ready for second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender, quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
I love how they can't even properly pour wine in a wine commercial. But I love all those. Those are all great old ads. Back now. Just in time for a couple minutes for our stream readers. Gonna get the heat going on our pan here for our chicken. Let's just start warming that up. Should be a decent amount of oil in that marinade already. But I'm going to add just a touch to that pan. Welcome in, Kirby. I said hello, but I don't know if you caught it on the captions. You can set the destination. Set the timer. Watch it blast off. Only available where good toys are sold. That last line gets me. Like, there are places where they sell bad toys. Like the Bad Kids store or something. Toys with the imitation Marvel or something. European toys explain. I think any toy built after about 1970 is designed not to last more than a week. Battle. Let's just go to battle. Uh-oh, they wiped out that front force right quick. Uh-oh. Overwhelming my warrior. This isn't looking good. Uh-oh. No! Not twice in one night! Boo! I'll give this one more shot here. I'm gonna pull my proper tank out here, though. This guy'll keep fighting for an hour and a half. Let's see what we got going here on the stove. Oil's starting to heat up here. Not quite smoking yet. Then again, I don't have this set. I have this set to a saute temp, not to all-out heat, because I'm trying to evenly heat the pan before we get to adding that chicken. We're going to take that chicken, pull it out, put it on this plate. Do a little seasoning on top of our marinade. Making sure we got enough salt on these. So we're going to give a quick hit of salt on top of the chicken breasts here. Make sure we're salting the right sides here. Skin side down to start the searing. Oil's still not quite moving hot enough for me. Still needs to warm up a little bit. Starting to get there, but alright, let's throw our chicken in there. I think it's time for a little bourbon for myself, too. Water's up to a nice boil there for our gnocchi when we're ready for that. Just give this board a little bit of a rinse off here. Sorry, flowers. Bit more olive oil in the pan. Trying to get most of this through this rather coarse strainer here, just so that we don't have giant threads, fiber, or anything like that from our greens in our pesto. There's our completed pesto. I mean, we could have lived with what I had before. I just decided to take it the next step. Down to 10 minutes here on our pie. Well, our first check of our pie. I still don't have music going. There we go. Mmm. Mmm. Just love that. It's just like pure butterscotch, caramel, vanilla, buttery. Mmm. Bourbon. Got my ballot in the mail. It's time for me to vote again. I'm just going to let those carry over cook from there. I don't want them to cook more. I wish I could have gotten a little bit better color on the outsides of them. Marinade just had too much moisture in it. But those are getting close to done. They're going to carry over the rest of the way. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Oh, why aren't you ready, Pie? We're waiting on you. I don't want to start the gnocchi until I hit the pie. I know where the pie is going to finish, sort of a thing. And we need another 7 minutes until we do that. Got 15 minutes until our next Stream Raiders battle. see what's going on here. I'm reading streamer Twitter. Streamer Twitter. How could I have... Is today National Bacon Lovers Day? I'm gonna be so annoyed if that's today. How can I have missed this? How? I feel like I've wronged you by not making bacon tonight. It's National Bacon Lovers Day. How did that... Damn it. Nice, Kirby. They keep updating it. They keep changing things and keeping it fresh. Gotta give them props. I know it's not newest game around anymore, but wasn't the newest game when I started streaming it either. That was a year ago. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this pie. I'm sneaking a look early. I feel like I missed something with this pie. Like, I feel like this pie should have been wetter in some form. Like, okay, we got that, we got that, got that, got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. Just seems like there wasn't enough liquid in the pie. Yeah, Kirby, it's been... I started off with Stream Raiders, I think, pretty much right off the bat with Twitch. And July 1st was my beginnings with Twitch. So we've done a year and a month now. Or 2 years and a month now, if you count my time on Mixer. My streamiversary, my 2-year streamiversary was July 21st. I started on Twitch July 1st, and Mixer shut down on June 22nd, or announced its shutdown. Tweeted their shutdown, as silly as that is. Here I am, still doing this madness with all you lovely folks. I'm going to give the pie another 5 minutes from here. So a total of 7 minutes. Still hit 2 on the timer. And we're going to start doing our gnocchi. Time to start boiling gnocchi. Need somewhere to put our cooked gnocchi. Okay, first batch of gnocchi going in. about a third of our gnocchi. I'm gonna give these a little bit longer since these guys are so big. We do want to get them starting to float a little bit. At least not all just sitting on the bottom like they are right now. There's our first candidate. So here's our first batch of gnocchi. You want some gnocchi? Yeah, let's skip the sprouts. And with our chicken on top. Take our pie out here, see what we got. I need a place to put my pie. Wow, am I making a mess tonight? I still didn't clear off an area for my pie. And it's now starting to get warm on my hand. But this is my pie. This is our walnut and chocolate pie. Give that a moment to cool down here. Welcome, Shadowtronics. Thank you for that resub. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a lovely, lovely Friday. Let's do our Stream Raiders battle here. See how we do with this one. Give everyone haste here. Anyone that hasn't been hanging out in Stream Raiders for a while now, the streamers now get spells. I've mostly used haste and have pretty much maxed that out, which makes everyone move around quicker. But there's other ones. The other ones are a little bit more location oriented, and so like they're only good for like part of the map. Now here's hoping we can fight off this massive mobs as an army now. We've already lost a couple of units. $17 versus $40. Just whittling them down. Aw, we got this. We just gotta figure out if we got anything left in those stones. Nice, Shadow. Care to share what type of electronics project, or? Yeah, you guys gotta go trucking. For any of those unfamiliar, Shadowtronics and Kirby, both great streamers here on Twitch. Kirby does some creative works as well as streaming games, and Shadowtronics does a wide variety of games. Entropy getting those kills for me, and Kirby helping out with the assists. Not hurting too bad for not playing for a while. Who gets the 50 gold? Entropy. Kirby gets a couple scrolls. Nice. Ooh, I get some goodies too. And we're going to leave it there for tonight, because we got our pie out, we got our dinner ready. I think we're ready to call this pretty much an evening here. I'm going to have to do a little bit more gnocchi a bit later, but I'm going to throw those in the freezer until I'm ready to use those a bit later here tonight. I'm going to cook the last of those off a bit later. Come on, don't stick to my... There we go. We'll just live with that. Okay. Can I lift this up yet? Nope, that's still too warm. Is that still warm? That's still too warm. But to give everyone a close-up on our pie here. Walnut and chocolate pie. Homemade dough or crust. Oh, hey, what the? How awesome! My orchid's got new blooms on it. I thought it was done. Oh well. Let's get some photos here real quick, and then we'll work on getting the raid here. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Congratulations. Any of that lovely jazz. How is everyone? Has everyone enjoyed the evening? Hopefully. So this will be in my Discord. Along with a couple photos of this delicious pie over here. Let's see who's on tonight. Who we can spread some love with tonight. I have someone in mind, hopefully they're around. Actually, there's two people I have in mind. Okay, and one is not streaming. Let's go hang out with Rhino. Go give him a warm welcome. Hang out with him as he makes his 200 cup order. I'll have some photos up with the slices here. I'm going to try and get myself a clean slice out of this, try and make myself a nice plate with this. We'll get a photo of that up. As always, we have Discord battle going on. This week we have the Battle of the Peppers. We have Banana Peppers versus Dr. Pepper for Ingredient Challenge this upcoming Wednesday. Tomorrow, or Sunday, I'm not sure that I have plans for Sunday. I think I might have put something up in the calendar there. We'll see what that is. Still slacking on making plans for future updates. I'm still here streaming 3 nights a week, but I've been slacking on the plans. Want to thank everyone one last time for joining in. I hope you all have a great evening. I'm gonna go and enjoy this deliciousness, and hope to see you back on Sunday. Sunday.